Nick, obviously a very tough loss. Just a slow start and offense sort of struggled there late in the game. Did you think a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we needed another bucket or two down the stretch, Doug. That's for sure. Um, I give them some credit. They got about 5 or 6 blocks there. I think late in the quarter. Uh, time we did get to the line, we didn't capitalize on it. But I got that's a lot of that's on me, Doug. I thought I found some good stuff there for a couple stretches, and then we just didn't get enough. I gotta get that one home somehow from a coaching standpoint. I was working the lineups pretty hard and thought we had the right guys in there, especially defensively, and yeah, we just needed one more play. Anywhere you can find one, a bucket, one more bucket probably puts the game away, or one more stop puts the game away, and we just unfortunately didn't find it because the guys played their guts out. Really proud of them for that, that's for sure. But yeah, definitely a tough one to take after putting so much into the game and getting so many contributions all up and down the lineup.
Trying to find, like you say, bring that home, find the right combination. How difficult is it being so short staffed? Like you've got five guys you could probably count on. It will give you different options.
Well, I think that's part of it, Doug. I'm been in thousands of games now. I know how to get play calls going down the stretch, and like I said, we found a nice little rhythm there. I know you wouldn't suspect Stanley Johnson taking those threes, but we were putting enough pressure on him with the actions to either have a layup or a wide open kick out. So that the kick, that little action we were running there late there was good. Probably, I think the maybe the last possession, I thought Norm maybe had a layup across the lane and he dished it off to DeAndre. Probably should have maybe taken that one. I thought he got enough clearance to go ahead and shoot that one up. But again, it was we just needed we needed to squeeze one of those in there at the rim, and we didn't seem to be able to squeeze any of them in there.
Thanks, Dick. Appreciate the time as always.
Thanks, Doug.
We'll go to Josh Lundberg.
Hey, Nick. You mentioned being a little bit concerned about the conditioning potentially before the game. How did you see that, especially late in the game? Had any scoring drought, or did the conditioning exceed your expectations?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, I look at it here. We scored 26 in the fourth. That's not a terrible low number. Giving up 37 is kind of a terribly high number, right? But again, it's tough. They got a lot of free throws, and they made a couple big threes when they needed them there late. But I sensed a little bit of conditioning early, which is why I was subbing so fast and furious early. And I was just trying to do that so we would be there at the stretch. I don't think there was any, like guys were just physically out of gas for anything. I think we were giving everything and doing things at a high rate, and even defensively we were fighting and battling hard, and we lost Gallinari there for a big three, and then obviously that last possession, I thought we bottled them up pretty good. I thought Young made an incredible pass there. He really did.
You mentioned the final play. What did you see there? Kyle came over to help on Young. Was there a breakdown in the rotation, or was that just Young making a good pass there in the last?
Well, I mean, I think Josh, we were pretty determined not to let Young take the last shot, right? I think that probably makes sense. And you don't want to let him shake you down for that step back three or deep three or whatever. We did force him inside the line, and I guess, gosh, it seemed I thought for sure the time was going to run out. It seemed like he had it forever in there, and it probably felt that same way on the floor, that was the shot that was going up. And then at the last second, he flings it out and just happens to find Snell out there all alone, and he stepped into it and made it. So it's just tough. I mean, yeah, would I have rather seen Trey throw up that 14-footer? Right now, I would have, yeah.
Thanks, Nick. Have a good night.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll go to Michael Grange.
Hey, Nick. Do these games kind of feel like a sort of a playoff hunt urgency? I mean, I know this, we've just started the second half, but uh, Atlanta was a game behind. You got Charlotte and Chicago coming up, and they're all right in that same mix all of a sudden.
Well, I think that, I think every game's important. I don't think that that's ever really mattered, Michael. I think that when we're sitting up at first or second in the league, they mattered then because we were talking about seeding and home court and all that stuff. I think they do. And I think, like for me, in the situation we're in now, I'm just hoping to pick anyone off. Just pick one off and to keep, to stay in touch, right? Until we can kind of get the reinforcements back and back to maybe ourselves. And that's hard because, again, we played our guts out tonight and we did enough, we probably win. I mean, we were leading the whole second half and we're leading by a sizable margin. And it never really even got that close till the end. We kind of made it closer. We were still up 4 and had 2 free throws with 20 seconds to go. You think you're in pretty good shape there, right? Or whatever. Maybe it was 28 to 30 seconds, whatever it was when he got to shoot those. But you think, okay, you're going to go up 5 or 6 at the least there, but we didn't, and they scored a quick one. It must have been more than that because we had to shoot. It must have been 30, 40 seconds to go when Norm shot those or whatever because we had to go down and shoot again, right? So. Probably would have liked to got a better shot out of that double OB underneath. We ran the OB and we did get it to Norm what we wanted. We did get the right guy in the screen. We got kind of shoved to all the help. The other side of the floor looked like the left side of the floor was what was clear, and somehow we ended up kind of getting shoved back into the right where all the help was, and Norm didn't have much of an option there after that.
Appreciate it, Nick. Have a good night.
Yep.
Phil has frozen, so we'll go to Aaron Rose for the last question of the night.
Hey, Nick. Have you seen anything maybe different or surprising to you out of Norm Powell over the past few games? He's been playing well sort of as the number one option without so many guys. Has that impressed you?
Well, I think that he clearly is, and there's a freedom with that you kind of he's got to put up the shots, right? I think he's kind of he's really playing carefree, I would say. He comes up the floor, and if there's any space at all, he just vaults up and takes it with no worry of whether it's good shot or not. I think he realizes that he's the number one option, and he's got to put him up. So I think that's a big factor. He probably tired a bit. I didn't think he had the ball as much, late in the game. He did a couple times. He made a couple great passes out to Stanley when we finally got him cooking on that downhill play. But probably would have liked to seen him get a few more in the fourth.
And Kyle passed Chris Bosh tonight on a night that he was playing facilitator. What does that mean to be second all time in Raptors scoring behind?
Yeah, I think it's
behind DeMar.
Yeah, I think it's amazing, right? I don't think he was ever billed as a guy you would when he came here 7-8 years ago that was going to score like historical proportions like he's done, so again, credit to him for just, determination and building his game, building his shooting, longevity. He's out there every night. He's, throwing his body around and finding ways to get the ball in the basket night after night for a lot of years now. So, it's quite an accomplishment for him.